Welcome back to Monster of the Week. Guys, thank you for joining us again on the special second season. You know what to do by now. Follow us on the below social platforms. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe us on YouTube and or your favorite podcast platform. Without further ado, let's dive back in. Last time on Monster of the Week, you all had found yourselves in the year 1992 after chasing the Titan Kronos through a time portal he had ripped open in space and time. And you found yourselves in the middle of the LA riots. And through a course of different premonitions and using of powers, you all met two new characters, Cipher and Jason. And they had this inkling that they were meant to follow you. You had also met a young Korean American man who was very urgent to go see his grandmother. When you got to the house, she gave Cipher an amulet that said that the amulet had been calling him, and that it was his turn to have it. You all had a very long night, and so you fell asleep, but were rudely awakened by a pack of vampires that attacked in the middle of the night. After fighting off the vampires and killing them, you ran upstairs where the grandmother had been bitten and was slowly dying. You did manage to save her, and you warned the young man and his grandmother to get out of the house because there may be more coming back. That's when Cipher realized that the amulet that he now had was pulling him in a direction. And he let the rest of the team know, and they set off to find out where this amulet was leading. It's when you pulled up on the other side of town in front of some old warehouse. There was a man dressed in a fine suit standing underneath one of the outdoor lights. And as Cipher approached, he said, "Mr. Matthew, and that's where we left off. But before we go with that, we go back to we are back in the house of the Korean family. The furniture is ripped and torn, and there's blood and a mess everywhere. It looks like a disaster zone. You can see some drawers have been yanked open and hurriedly rifled through as former occupants have left. We see vampires scouring the remains of this house. And amongst them, there is a woman with dark curly hair and a black power suit that is sauntering through her pack, watching them sift through these belongings. And we see the sergeant who this lady had talked to before, and he comes up and reports, no one's home. It smells like the humans from the grocery store had been here, but they're alive and they left. But they must have been injured. And the woman says, "I haven't got time for this. We need to find them and take care of the survivors later. But now is the time. We have to strike. The National Guard is starting to corral people up. We're going to lose our cover soon. Guess I'll handle it like I always do." And she walks over to a sofa, sits down, and picks up the receiver of it. After dialing a few numbers, the phone rings, and she says, "It's me again. I need a favor. I know, but I need to find a rock. You know I wouldn't call unless it's very." And with that, her head snaps back, and her eyes fill with this blood red color. And her head starts violently shaking side to side before her head snaps back to her eyes clear. And she says, "Thank you." And she hangs up and says, "All of you, follow me. I'm going to make sure this job gets done right for once." And she storms out of the house. And we shift back to the now. We're down by the warehouse. Cipher, you've just encountered this man, and he's used your earth. What are you saying to him?
Well, that's me. He has his hands in his pockets. Who are you?
You may call me Mr. Noir. I am an associate of Bobby. We've been collaborating a few select projects. I have the chip here with me. He told me you would have been here a couple of hours.
Oh, you have the chip?
I do. He pulls a briefcase and gingerly hands it over and says, "Please be careful. It's of the utmost importance that it doesn't fall in the wrong hands. It could compromise many of our allies."
Oh, of course. I'll take care of it.
Thank you. And just around this time, around the corner of the building, which is probably like 10, 15 feet off from where you're at, another man steps from around the shadow. He's a tall, muscular build, black gentleman with a shaved head and also wearing sunglasses. And he says, "Noir, the local authorities are approaching. We need him now." And Noir says, "I'll be right there at midnight." And he turns back to you, Cipher, and says, "We'll be watching your career closely. You've already demonstrated yourself to be very competent computer expert. If you excuse me, we have to leave." And he looks around behind you and says, "Good luck with your newfound companions." And with that, we're going to switch back to the van. So, Cipher, you look behind you and see the van, and what you see shocks you. Dawn, you're sitting in the van, and your vision is slowly starting to dim, and it seems like the panels of this van and the seats all begin to melt. What was once the side of a van becomes a brick wall, and what was once a chair becomes a dumpster and trash cans and trash bags, and snow begins to fall around you. And up ahead of you, you see a huddled form. Looks like it's a man in old, tattered clothing. Sitting there, has a bag between his legs. He's shivering.
Can I go over to him?
You can.
So she'd run over and get down and see if she can help him?
You get down and reach for him, and he looks up, and it is your father. He looks up, but he's not looking at you. He seems to look past you.
Can I turn to see what he's looking at?
As you follow his gaze, a woman approaches from behind you and kneels down, and you see it's the visage of Antiope, your mother. And she kneels down and holds his hands, and he shivers and takes a couple of last gasps before he closes his eyes and ceases to move. And you hear her say, "Shh, it's okay. You're all right now." And with with that, she turns to you. And as she does, her face darkens. And it seems like a shade falls over her. And tears of blood rain from her eyes. And she yells at you, "You abandoned us!" And she outstretches a long blackened claw towards you and reaches for your neck. And she scratches at you. And as all this is happening, you in the van realize that the van starts to levitate, float in midair. And like you look around trying to figure out what's happening, and you see Dawn. Her eyes have turned like fluorescent white, and she is like convulsing and shaking like she's having a seizure. And all of a sudden you see red streaks cross across her neck, and she snaps out of it, and you plummet down to the street. And Cipher, you see all this happen. You see the van just levitating in midair, which is about the time that the agents make their escape.
In the middle of the van levitating, Danica just looks over and nods acceptingly and then straps herself in. This is going to be the third accident she's been in.
Hey, does she normally do
As you're asking, Danica looks at you and just goes, click. Hold on.
Hold on to go flying up to the ceiling.
It's the going down that's going to hurt.
As you're recovering from the shock, what are you all doing? Dawn, what are you doing? What are you thinking?
Are you alright?
She's probably panicked. She just saw her father die and was just attacked by her mother, and just got into an accident. She'd probably be hyperventilating and look around and just start screaming and crying.
I'll unbuckle myself and go over and give you a hug.
I immediately, I'm on the ground of the van, the floor of the van, and I immediately, stumble to open the side door and, stumble out onto the asphalt.
Okay. What are you doing outside?
I'm just, laying on the ground looking back at the van, and it's like, is that something she can do?
Yeah.
We can all do that.
It's not even the most that she can do.
Wait, are you saying you can't do that?
No.
I'm showing him the Iron Man video so he can kind of get an idea of what to expect from us.
Shoot, I should have recorded that.
So,
I'll warn you when the precursors show up next time. Anyway, are you all
as-
I would just start screaming,
He's gone! He's gone!
Who? Dawn!
My dad he's gone!
Did you have a vision of him?
yeah, he was in the snow and he was just huddled there, and I walked up to him and my mom came and I think took him away, and then she attacked me and she'll just
Yeah, you are actually physically maimed.
see the blood on her neck.
Yeah. Here, I just take a T-shirt that I stole from the Walgreens and I start
Liberated.
Liberated, and I start patting it to your neck. Do you think it was real? Maybe you should try. Give me your phone. I reach down off the ground.
You still have my phone.
Right. Maybe you should try calling your dad. Maybe it was just a vision. Maybe it was just a fable.
Okay, and
Did it feel real? I mean, yeah. Okay, that's wrong answer. You should just try calling him. Let's start with that.
Okay.
Okay.
1507
555
Yeah.
5555
7.
7.
It rings once and goes, "Doo-doo-doo. We're sorry. The phone number you're trying to connect to has been disconnected. Please try again or try another number."
It's not going through.
Okay. We will. Well, you know what? I'll call Mama and I'll see if she can look up some newspaper articles and see if she's seen him in the news. Okay.
Okay.
We'll figure out.
Yeah.
What happened.
He's fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
That wasn't. Yeah.
We get weird visions all the time, and sometimes they're not real. Sometimes they might become real if we don't take certain actions, right? So, have you had any other visions?
No. It's the only one I can remember.
Okay, don't worry. We're gonna figure out what's wrong, where he is, what's going on, and your mom.
Can't be an orphan.
How can your mom have attacked you when she's sitting inside Olivia's tummy,
Forgot about that.
along with all of the other elementals.
Oh, but she ate them on him.
Yeah, because she had absorbed them. They're really not just having a party in her
Yeah.
stomach.
I thought she was pregnant for 2 seconds. I was like, what did I forget?
That's exactly the way that Jason is
They
looking
are.
at Olivia
They
now.
are just a part of her.
Yeah.
So it couldn't have been your mama because she has been consumed.
She said we abandoned them.
We didn't abandon them. We got shunted into the future.
Yeah.
Never abandoned.
Yeah, not on
Lost in
purpose.
time, maybe a little, but
Crawling back to Cipher, and I'm like, I think I overheard them eating people.
people. They were not people. They were elementals
So,
from like Greece.
while all
or
this
something.
conversation is going on, when Jason opens up the door to the van, the dome light comes on, and Gray, you're looking around outside, and you see just around the corner of that building, one of those agents is standing there still, and he's looking at the van, but you get this distinct impression he's looking at you, and you see him mutter something into the cuff of his sleeve, and he then slinks into the shadows, and it's gone.
So I'm outside the van at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just kind of like, sort of lean back in. I think we're being followed.
When aren't we?
Yeah, this seems like someone.
How does anybody even know
Got
that
a-
we're here and to look for us when we just got here?
I
Literally the whole time in space.
really wish I had the answers.
Are you sure it's not just somebody who's like got a warrant out for you? I mean, you are a wanted criminal. Like, I mean, you probably
Yeah,
at this
that's
point
very
have
much
been
possible,
marked
and
as
that's-
dead, but you are just like a straight up fugitive from the government. So
This wouldn't be the first time I was assumed dead. But
okay, we're
also-
talking like the second time or the third time or the fourth time.
It's really, I don't count those things. You know, it's just this isn't new.
Okay.
But either way, if they're after me, that presents a problem for all of us because you have all already been connected with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're basically
So-
family now because my mom's been raising your daughter for like 4
However,
years.
There are not many organizations or groups,
Uh-huh.
whatever you might want to call them, that wear suits and talk into wrist-mounted
Well-
microphones.
Well, Cipher
So
was
these
talking.
are things that we need
Cipher
to
was
be-
talking to him. Maybe Cipher knows who they are. Who are they?
I don't know. It's just a guy I was supposed to meet up with.
Just some random guy. You can't just meet strangers on the street in the middle of the night.
Well, that's what I was here for.
We weren't here. That guy would have murdered you.
No,
Probably.
I don't know why the rock brought me to him, but you know what? This is what I was here for. So.
Okay.
My
What,
mission's
what did he?
accomplished.
What did he give you?
Oh, it's just a computer part.
More computer magic?
Yeah.
What does it do? Does it have pictures on it?
No. It's just a really expensive computer part.
Okay. Well, we are still probably being hunted by vampires, and I'm a little bit more scared of them currently than the guys with the mic with the weird hand talking. So, can we all get back in the van and? I mean, it's probably like 3 or 4 in the morning. Can we go find somewhere to just decompress for like a hot second?
But these are criminal. Why didn't anybody say that? What did you do?
Though you
Did you-
hear sirens all
Actually,
over
that's-
your city,
She's asking him more.
do you hear a few sirens that sound like they are getting closer to you?
Okay, everybody in the van. Everybody in the van. Let's go. We got to get out of here.
Is the
Olivia,
van okay? Do we check?
are all the tires
Do we?
still?
I mean, the
inflated?
shocks probably took a hit, but
Okay.
it looks like that's fine.
Everybody in the van. Olivia, just drive away from the
Are
sirens.
we going to be? Are we done with? Because listen, I'll be
We need to
honest
find
with y'all.
somewhere to lay down. We just need to find somewhere to like breathe for a second, and then we need to talk about a game plan and where we should
The abuse that we are receiving within vehicles, I am getting
go.
old
Put a
for
seat.
this.
Put a seatbelt
Like
on.
real quick.
You're only like 30.
Exactly my point. Okay. I can only be thrown upside down inside of a vehicle so many times before it takes a huge toll.
Yeah.
Are you all getting in the van?
Yeah.
Okay. It's around this time that the sirens get even louder, and screeching around a nearby corner, a cop car whips around and like sees you and starts gunning it towards you.
Like, are we talking about like head-on collision type of thing?
No, they're behind you.
Oh, I'm
Olivia,
like-
go! Seatbelts, everybody, please!
Yeah.
Seatbelts!
I'm pumping the gas as hard as I can.
I am gonna
squealing out of there.
The dashboard, and I'm gonna use magic to enhance the speed on this baby.
Oh,
I'm gonna try anyway. Which dice aren't gonna. 9. So it works
9.
perfectly.
Yep. Okay.
I get to choose my effect in a glitch, and you decide what the effect the glitch has.
Yes.
So, let's do one thing that's beyond human limitations, probably to make it speed, right?
Yep.
And then let's do short duration, like NOS.
Okay. So like like a drag car, just coming out of the
We all
start,
wear seatbelts.
like you go on 2 wheels just as it kicks into high gear, and you scream down this little side road where these warehouses are. But you go from 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds. And you all are just whipped back into your seats as this vehicle finds an unnatural source of speed. And you now get a head start on these cop cars that have now started whipping one after another around the corner. And there's at least 3 of them now on your tail.
I think your briefcase friend called the cops on us.
Yeah. I feel like as we get thrown back, I look at Greg and go, I'm surprised you didn't turn that water tower into a monster. That's usually her MO.
Was there one of those wacky waving inflatable tube men around?
Oh, no.
They're not in a warehouse district.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
probably not here. But yeah, you
What about a
whip
big
around
burger?
a corner trying to lose these guys, and you scream down these side streets, and they are keeping close on your tail. You do start entering a commercial district where you will see a used car lot.
Wait, is there a big boy burger? That seems more fun.
Like a big boy burger?
Yeah, where there's like the kid that's like massive holding the burger on his hand.
I know.
Oh no.
Sure, why not? Let's do this.
This is.
I'm gonna roll down the window and I'm
Not during
gonna
the
point
riot.
as we're going.
Not a giant white boy to crush people during the riots.
Oh no.
As we're running by the big boy burger, I'm gonna point my finger out the window and I'm gonna be like, "Help us!" And I'm gonna try to keep your camera out.
This is bad.
See if it works. Oh god,
Oh no.
it's an 8, so it works perfectly.
Okay, go ahead.
So, do the thing that's beyond human limitations. Why do you guys let me do this? How can you stop me? I'll take a harm.
Okay.
I'll take a harm while that happens.
Sounds good. So yeah, this big boy just starts moving on his own, and like this is a fiberglass statue. It's not meant to move, so as it starts kind of like creaking and moving its arms and legs, like a bit of this fiberglass like chips off and flings your direction and hits you in the shoulder.
Oh, that's gonna give me some kind of cancer later on.
But yeah, it starts lumbering forward, and it's you hear it mumble, "Big boy," and it slams its burners down on the last cop car, and makes it flip end over end.
This is not. If I had a penny for every time I flipped a cop car, I'd have 2 pennies. But the first one was done with a rocket launcher.
Did you just kill that man?
No, he's fine.
Your whole Criminals.
As you're Cipher, you look behind and you see this cop car. The two individuals inside get out, and you swear there's like a red glow to their eyes. The big boy stomps on one of them, and the other one starts Terminator speeding at like unnatural speed after the other cop cars, almost keeping up with them.
What the hell is going on?
Oh, hell. Well, I did my piece.
Do we have any other big guns in here at all?
We haven't not stopped at an army surplus yet. Olivia, wait, let me look on the map. Let's see if I can find one. I have a shotgun. No, I have a revolver. Sorry. And a magic sword.
So, as you're speeding along the Los Angeles streets, you see out of the now the second car, one of the cops crawls out of the window on top of the car and is hunched down like a predator about to pounce, and he leaps forward and jumps onto the lead cop car onto the hood, and then right after that he leaps straight at your van. Are any of you doing it?
Wait, I have an idea. Take this pile of shirts and throw it at their window so they can't see.
Oh, I was gonna shoot a lightning bolt at them.
Oh, that sounds way better. You do that, yeah.
Okay, roll your use magic if you want.
It's a 9.
A 9.
9.
Okay, so it has a glitch, but it works.
Yes. I'll take a harm. We're good. We're like healed.
Okay.
We're...
Alrighty. So you take a harm. How much harm does this vampire take?
Oh, with lightning. Let me look. Okay.
Vampire cops. Being
feel like
chased by vampire cops. I animated a big boy and it smashed one of their
I
vehicles.
almost said it's 3.
That's what you missed. We're still being chased.
Yes, it'd be 3 harm.
3 harm. Okay.
3 messy harm.
Messy.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the fate of big boy.
Yeah.
3 harm. All right.
Oh man.
Cool. And then this vampire leaps out at trying to grab onto your van, and you point out the window and shoot this lightning bolt at him and fry him, and he goes flying back into the hood and windshield of that lead cop car, and like is kind of shaking his head, a little phased by what you've just done. Okay.
Do cop cars have computers in them?
I don't know this time.
Probably.
They do, because they did in Terminator 2.
Can you hack?
Okay, yes.
Can you hack into their computer in their car and stall it or something?
If I was in this car, yes.
No, but like from your car to their car.
No.
Hack.
No, hack.
As you're talking, one of the figures in the lead cop car leans out the window and, using a big bullhorn, starts yelling at you and says, "This is District Attorney Deidre Gomez. I am ordering you to pull over now."
Does that name sound
Attorney
familiar?
the cop? Or
It does.
Is there a district attorney in a cop car chasing us?
Because she's
With
probably a
vampires.
vampire. Because they're vampires.
It's
tired
a
now.
woman in a black power suit with dark curly hair, ruby red lips, and ruby red nails wrapped around this bullhorn. And she is looking at you with death in her eyes.
What's her name again?
Deidre Gomez.
Okay. Did I see her in my vision?
You did. She's the woman who gets her head cut off
Oh.
We should do.
With a katana?
with a katana.
Oh man, Katana Rama that head.
Ooh,
Oh,
Katana
shit.
Rama. I would watch that.
Okay.
Okay. Are any of you else? Is anyone else doing something as these? She's yelling at you. These cop cars are chasing you. It's just pure chaos.
I'm assuming I can't do anything because I'm driving.
You are driving. I will allow you to do something, but it may involve an act under pressure, depending on how vital the situation is.
I'll just focus on driving. I feel like trying to do some magic and driving is a little too much.
Okay.
Take a
As
shot
you
at the car.
go ahead.
I'm gonna take a shot at them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take a shot.
Let's see. Especially if you talk about tires, we should be like sponsored by like a tire company.
Tire man.
Tire man. Tire
Shooting
company.
out tires.
Hey, that's good. Okay. That's 9.
So
9. All right.
What is 9?
So
I'm trying to see if I can shoot the, like, maybe the tires out.
okay.
I'd be 2 harm if that matters to you.
2 harm to the tires. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it. You do harm to the tires, but all of a sudden, this woman, Deidre, pulls out a 9mm and starts shooting at the van. And I'm going to say that Gray is going to take 2 harm.
Do you have armor?
How much?
You should have your suit.
Yeah, how much does that? Oh, hey, that's enough. Okay.
Okay,
I got 2 armor. All right.
perfect.
Okay, so she starts shooting back. Clearly,
Yes.
they are not accepting no. So we need to go faster or lose them some other way.
Do you think if we used enough big magic between our weird sisters that we could make this thing fly?
yeah,
Can't chase. We're in the air, right?
yeah. I think we can do that.
Can we try?
We just did that about 20 minutes ago.
You did it on your list. I mean, let's try.
let's do it.
Everybody, slap your hands on the dashboard.
I
If you're not wearing a seatbelt,
I'm
I'm sure
grabbing-
we'll feel pain.
Olivia, let's switch.
Switch.
If you're gonna do this.
Okay.
Hell no.
You noticed 12 hours.
I crawl from the
okay.
back of the van. I crawl back from the back of the van because I imagine myself having to have jumped back in the van as we immediately took off, and I'm like trying to crawl my way back up through the seats, and then I look outside and see that there's
Big boy.
Big Boy
Good boy.
like chasing after cops and us being shot at, and I'm like, what the fuck kind of action movie shit is
You
this?
better buckle up for safety.
Okay.
This is a Tuesday.
So you're going to try and do big magic on the car to make it fly.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a while, but let's try big magic.
Okay.
Big magic, no whammies.
Now, I know everybody can help with this, okay? Everybody slap your hand on a piece of the car and just think like Peter Pan.
What?
The pixie dust or whatever.
What?
Believe you can fly.
I don't really do the magic thing.
I don't care.
What?
Wait, me too? Yeah.
Do we all have to roll?
Everybody using magic has to roll. I'm pretty sure. Big magic, yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, you need a lot of people. You need people to help or
Okay.
whatever.
Do I get a +1 forward for because I'm
I got a 12, and I am
my vision.
advanced. I got a 12, and I'm advanced in magic.
Is it weird?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
So she gets an advantage, like a benefit.
Yes.
And you
I
got
only
a
got
14,
10.
and
I
you're.
rolled a 14. I think I'm advanced, but
I think you're advanced
I
in
don't have
magic.
it checked, but I also checked a lot of stuff. But I rolled a 14 on advanced.
14. You got 12. She's got 10.
Was there anyone
So
else that
What'd you
was?
get?
8.
8. Okay. Anyone else?
I ain't got any of that
Just
weird
think that you're
shit.
flying. Believe you can fly.
I took
like
the wheel
Dumbo.
from Olivia.
Believe in that feather or whatever he's told.
Yeah. You want to roll weird. That's what believe you can fly.
I don't want to use magic as this character.
I'm just telling you to believe you can fly.
Sure.
Huh?
Sure, I'll roll. Whatever.
If everybody believes it, we'll be fine.
It's like pixie dust, I guess.
What do you have?
7. Oh, yeah. 7.
7.
7.
Gesundheit.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the averages plus the advanced magic move. So several things happen all at once. Okay. As you feel the front wheels begin to lift off, just as you are about to approach a National Guard blockade in the middle of the road, these men are afraid that you're about to run them over, but then you
We're
begin
pulling
to
an
lift
ET.
and left.
That's good.
Now you look behind to see if the danger of the vampires has gone, and you see that they are still getting closer, but they are starting to break and pull over now because they see this blockade and see that something unnatural is happening. That's when all of a sudden someone lands on the second cop car, flipping it over, and you see this dark overcoat with this tank top with holes in it, and these dark black jeans. They look really baggy, like Jinko jeans, and he has combat boots on. And though you can't see it, you swear you see the shadow of gigantic wings unfold behind him. And then he leaps off the car, and it seems like he disappears. But this cop car goes ass over tea kettle and just flips and turns into a crushed pop can, for lack of a better analogy. The other car, carrying Deidre, skids to a halt in front of this barrier as you lift off ET style straight up towards the moon.
I look back at Danica and I'm like, did you also make that thing back there appear?
Big boy?
No, the thing that landed on the car.
Oh, that was not me.
I don't know, but
Was that one of you?
I'm actually realizing right now that
we don't know any angels, I'm sorry.
all we really
That was an
did
angel?
was
I don't know, he had
float.
wings.
I don't know. Nothing's happened, guys.
Steer us in a direction.
We're going to the moon.
And it ain't working.
Wait, do we, where do we want, okay, whenever we're in the air, where do we want to go? Because California so far has not been fun.
We should go back to Minnesota.
Okay.
See what's going on with Minnesota.
Take us east.
Coast, they said. Have a few laughs, they said.
Turn to us east.
It's at that time, Cipher, you remember that you have this chip that needs to be delivered to your friend Bobby.
Hey guys, I gotta deliver my package.
Okay.
We are not a courier service,
We're-
and this thing doesn't steer anymore.
Yes, it does. Just turn the wheel. Where?
I gotta take it to my friend.
Okay, you gotta be more specific. Where's your friend?
Oh, he works at Radio Shack.
Which
Well, they're everywhere.
here? Which one?
Oh, yeah, here. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to get. Can you direct us from above the city?
Oh, yeah, that should be fine.
There's
Okay.
got to be like 1,000 of them.
Yeah, right. Do you know which one?
Public
Oh,
is
yeah.
always going to be in business.
We might have to.
Not Circuit City, though?
We might have to turn the t-shirts into a ladder to get you out of the car to the Radio Shack. 'Cause I don't know how to land it. I don't know if any of us has discussed landing.
Well, last time I just dropped.
Yeah, but we dropped. We didn't land nicely, and we're quite high.
Please
in the air.
don't drop us, please.
I actually don't even know how long this lasts. I don't know if this is forever or if it's in a time limit.
Yeah, do you just have a fine minute?
I also don't know how to point it down. Well, let's figure out Radio Shack for right now.
Let's figure out where we need to go before we need to get there.
It's too bad your magic couldn't just sprout wings.
So you continue just floating along, and you're approaching the Los Angeles skyline. Yeah, somehow the spell seems to be angling you between these buildings. Just almost like a boat on a current. You just seem to kind of weave through these tall buildings.
That's really hoping
And
landed on one of these.
you see some people who are still up in the towers late at night. A janitor just has a Walkman on and is just mopping away. There's what appears to be a businessman and his secretary doing very dirty things on his desk. And the woman looks up as you fly by and goes,
You just hear Jason go, "You."
You get to a point where it feels like the nose of the vehicle is starting to tip over.
All right, so is Radio Shack kind of over in that quadrant, or
You have the map.
point? This map is not an aerial view.
Actually, it is, but it's the map.
Well, hell, okay. This is much easier to navigate. We should fly all the time.
We could.
We could.
Do you point at the map?
Oh, yeah, it's right over there.
Okay, I think we're close, so
So
Just point
when you
that
point at the map, the car seems to list in that direction.
oh, I hold my finger in that spot.
And as you hold your finger, the dive becomes a little steeper and you zoom in, but it seems like it's controlled. And you get closer and closer to the ground until you hover just a little bit off of the ground. And as you approach the front shop of this candy store, the spell abruptly ends and you go boom, landing harshly in front of it.
Let's not do that again. Let's.
We'll see.
We probably should get a different car.
Yeah, I think the shocks on this van are probably done.
And also, this car has definitely been noted out by the people that were chasing us. So, is this the Radio Shack?
Yeah, this is my stop.
Okay, so Olivia, could you go and get us another car?
What? Where am I just gonna find you another car?
Right there.
Yeah, there's
That's where we found this one.
station wagon right there. We don't fit in a station wagon.
Fine.
Ray can help you. He's probably stolen some cars.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Come on, Gramps.
What was that? They had Walkmans in the 80s, right?
I pull one
Yes.
out of my jacket.
It's from the 80s, okay.
Yeah, I pull one out of my jacket when you ask what that was.
Yeah. Do they sell those at the Radio Shack? I want one.
Oh, yeah, you want to come with me?
Yeah, okay. What kind of music is that now?
What do you want to do first? Do you want to do Radio Shack or do you want to do stealing the car?
So,
I give Danica my Walkman to listen to.
okay.
I'll put it on.
What was the cassette that you had in?
I have a mixtape of songs that I've stolen off the radio.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they start about 13 seconds into the song a lot of the times, or
Oh, no.
at the end of the last commercial.
Yeah. It'd be like at the end of the last commercial. So the first song that I don't know. Pick a number between 1 and 14.
4.
Constant Craving by Katie Lang starts playing.
Oh.
Let's all pretend to listen to music.
Yeah.
I know that one.
So, as Danica is
Sounds like-
experiencing new music, Ray and Olivia get out of the car. And inside this candy store, you can see there appears to be a small light on in the very, very back of the shop. Looks like a little desk lamp. And a figure looks up at the commotion outside his store. And it's hard to see him from way back in the store, so you don't really make out any detail. But Cipher, you can tell that is your friend Bobby.
I thought Bobby worked at Radio Shack, not a candy store.
Candy.
Candy?
Tandy.
Never heard that word before.
They were bought by Radio Shack.
Oh, so it was a Radio Shack before.
Well, the other way around, I think. But either way, they were once one company, just went under different names depending on the region.
Oh, okay, that makes way more sense.
So, you go up to the door and open it, briefcase in hand, and
I'm following
make your way across the Radio Shack. Are you coming with him?
I'm going with because Danica's following and she has my Walkman.
Okay.
What?
Hey, Bobby. I like tap like the briefcase and hold it up. I got it.
Yeah, and he'll go unlock the door and let you in, and you make your way inside, and it's like, oh, that's great. Who are all these people with you?
Just acquaintances right now.
I take the Walkman off. Do you sell these here?
Yeah. I'm sorry. This is kind of not our normal operational hours.
Well, that's okay. I wasn't going to purchase it. I was just going to take it.
I'm the owner.
Well, that's fine. You can give it to me. We got your magic computer piece.
You told them?
Oh, well, I just said it was a computer part.
All right. Listen. You can have your Walkman, and I don't know. Just you need to shut up about this, okay? You never heard about a computer chip or anything.
All right. I'm taking some cassettes, too.
Okay.
You're just stealing from my phone.
I don't have any hundreds left to leave on the table. I spent the last of my money in the 80s on a couple of guitars. It was really cool. It was a really cool thing.
I feel really bad for the owner, so I pull out like $60 and put it on the counter. But I also take a couple of tapes.
Okay, so you do your shopping in the store, and the owner, Bobby, your friend, he takes this case and he goes behind the counter and stows it in the little cash vault behind it, and comes back over to you and says, "All right, listen, I didn't want to ask this much of you. Jesus, you look like you've been through hell. All of you do. Like, look, I didn't want to put you in a bad situation, but it seems you've gotten some company here." And he takes you, Cipher, to the side, out of earshot of the others, and says, "Look, I saw that older fellow with you, and with the suit and everything, and listen, I've heard about his type, all right? And
Fucking 30.
look,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, well, it's also a 30-year-old amongst like teenagers. So.
Who is Soundgarden?
Olivia's the youngest, right? She's like 19. It's not
Yeah.
that fucking
I'm
bad.
like 20.
You're all right.
I'm like 22, 23, because I'm like a college graduate, so I'm like.
This is
my
not that weird.
I'm also 22.
Yeah.
So anyway, he says, the guy you're with the suit, look, I can't be sure, but I think I know who he is, and I won't get into the details because
Don't worry about it. We know who he is, too. As I'm like putting another cassette in my bag.
this is a private conversation.
You didn't say it was to begin with.
They're literally whispering to the side.
That's my fault. Like I could hear him.
Except for you have my...
No, I took him off so I could ask him what.
Oh, I take mine back.
I want bright yellow ones.
Fine, just take him. Jesus. And he's going to grab you, Cipher, by the arm and lead you to a more private corner and say, look, I think I already got you into some deep shit, and I don't want to ask more of you, but I'm going to ask you one more thing. I want you to stay with these new people, all right? Because, I don't know, something about it is a little off, and I need you to be my eyes and my ears, especially on that guy in the suit. That's all I'll say. But just keep yourself safe. Don't tell anyone we had this conversation.
All right.
But yeah, you got this, kiddo.
I mean, they seem like they're. I mean, they're strange, but they seem like they're good people.
Yeah.
Many people in front of
actually,
you.
I think they murdered some cops.
They were vampire cops.
Yeah, it's something like that. Alright, well. Okay. All you lot, get out of here. Get your stuff and get out.
Madonna still make music?
Yeah.
Yeah, Madonna makes music.
Take that.
Yeah, so he kind of ushers you out of the shop. What did you all take?
I took the headset, the whatever. I took Soundgarden. I took Madonna and a couple other random ones that I will figure out what they were later. She just grabbed random things. That's a cool artwork on the cassette. I'm gonna grab that one.
Nice. Yeah, so you.
Oh,
grab
definitely. I don't know what this Nirvana is, but that sounds cool. I'm gonna grab that.
Yeah, you see an album with a naked baby on it, and you're like, that's weird.
That's metal. I'm gonna take that.
What did you take then, Jason?
I actually found like a Queen anniversary cassette, and I decided to pocket that one.
This would have been their last album.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys still listen to Queen?
Yeah, Queen's literally the best.
Yeah. I mean, they were in the 80s too, and the 70s. But
It's just sad that we're not going to be getting any more new music.
oh, did they retire?
Oh, honey.
I think it's April.
May.
That happened yet.
No, it did.
It did.
It did in November of '91. I want to say something like that.
I was 92, I thought.
No, it was 91.
Hey.
Google.
Doesn't exist in the 90s. But yeah, I would have taken that and a couple of the, like... I'm taking some really weird music, actually. I'm taking, like, a Suzanne Vega and a... like, one of those mix tapes that they always do for, like, TVs and stuff like that, where it just has, like, some of the top hits.
What's a Pearl Jam? I'm gonna take this too.
You gotta broaden your horizons. I pick out a yeah, why not? I pick out a Crisscross cassette and put it in her bag.
What is this? Okay.
It's the hip.
The hippity hop.
Do you like supporting artists? Do you like nerdy things like Dungeons and Dragons? Then Co-op Creations SD is the store for you. You can find adorable dragons, menacing mind flayers, and jealous jelly cubes to accompany you on your adventures. Need a way to safely transport your math rocks? Then their homemade dice bags will keep your click-clacks warm. Stop on by their Etsy page soon, as stock is limited.
Dawn, what were you doing during all this?
I think she was probably just absorbing all the stuff that just happened in the past hour. Like, while she stood at the store and looked around.
All right. Let's go ahead and move over to the other team. You see a station wagon, and you walk up to it, and it has been tagged. There's something like "fuck the police" on the side of it, and down the street there's like a trash can that's on fire. And yeah, are you trying to take this station wagon?
Yeah, does it look like it's functional?
As far as you can tell from the outside.
Like the tires aren't on center blocks or...
Yeah, the tires look like they're in place. They're not punctured.
Okay.
Just someone unlucky parked their car here and got tagged.
Okay. Is it unlocked? I'll try the handle.
No, it is locked.
Okay. Do you want me to unlock the door, Gray, or did you want to try?
Well, it depends how quickly do we want to do this.
I mean, we probably got at least like 10 minutes. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be talking up a storm to whatever Cipher's friend is in there, and I'm sure Danica's probably going to steal a bunch of shit, so we got some time.
That's fair. Let's try and keep it in as intact as possible.
I mean, by all means.
I hate when we have to drive and the windows are all shot out. It's just we might be in for a long trip.
Yeah, I would assume we should keep all the windows. I was gonna, use some sort of, unlocking magic to just unlock the door. Did you have any tools to do so? To, be able to get in?
Sure, but I'd like to see this.
You want to see me open it?
Yeah, I'd like to see this. This could.
Okay, I'm just gonna put my hand on the door and just use magic to unlock the door. That's a 9.
Okay. So what glitch are you choosing?
Short duration.
Okay. Yeah, it unlocks, and as you're going to pull the handle, it locks again.
Does it unlock any other doors or just this one?
Just that one.
See, Gray, I told you I could do it.
Why'd you relock it?
You didn't tell me to keep it unlocked. You just told me to unlock
I feel like that was implied.
it. You said you wanted to see me do it, and I did it. I don't know what more you want from me. Did you want me to do it again, or is it your turn, or? We're taking turns here. I can't be the one-trick pony.
Is there like a wire or something like anywhere that it can find?
Do you not have like lockpicking tools? Is that another thing your character has?
You don't exactly pick the lock of a car door.
I
mean, there is a candy store right behind you, so you might be able to find tools in there.
I can probably find something in there. Yeah, I'll go. Here,
What is Public Enemy?
You.
That might be a bit much for you, actually, and I'll hand her a Red Hot Chili Peppers tape instead.
What about this Tribe Called Quest? That seems cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm sure they have stuff back in there
Danica
that I can
discovers
use
rap music.
to get this open and started. In the meantime, if you can figure it out, great. But I'll be right back.
Okay, while he's gone, I'm going to open the door again.
Great, as you walk in, Bobby, the store owner, is like trying to push all these people out that are stealing from him. And you just walk in and you look at the tool wall and you're like, yes, and find exactly the kind of tools you would need to probably work as a toolkit and walk out. And he's like, hey, what's the big deal?
I rolled a 14.
Okay. All the doors unlock. And yeah.
I will, as he's getting
What's
his
your
tools,
extra effect, I guess?
Can I just have it start?
Yes. The car roars to life. And so, Gray, you step out holding your bag of tools, and the car is running as Olivia has the door propped open, leaning between the door and the frame.
What kind of car did we end up with?
I look at the spray paint on the side, and I'm like,
What?
Wood panel.
Yes.
we're gonna get arrested driving this around.
I mean,
I reach
What's the
into my.
Can you not read?
I can read it.
Just give me like a second. I go to the van, I grab all of my t-shirts, I throw them in the station wagon, and I reach into the depths of my satchel bag, and I pull out a can of Bold Hold hairspray, and I spray it on the paint and start wiping the paint off.
You took the rest of the paint.
I'm gonna look at Bobby. Do I still have to
So this station wagon is a 1988 Chevy Caprice.
Ooh.
Dibs on the back seat. I hop in the backpack.
Next.
There's no seatbelts back there.
Have
you seen what we've done in cars? Have you seen what we've done in cars? This is probably
You've
the
been
fifth
with
or
us for an hour.
This
You
is
should know
this
by
is
now.
maybe the fifth or sixth car that we've been in the last few months.
It'll be fine. This is a station wagon. The only seats that probably have seatbelts are the two up front.
Fair enough. I'll throw all the shirts on top of you so you have padding.
Thanks. Where did you get these?
Oh, Walgreens?
Did you just steal them too?
Well, there are other people stealing stuff in there. I thought it was okay. Listen, I'm new to this not having money thing. So I used to leave hundreds everywhere I went, but then I ran out of hundreds. Yeah, I ran out. I can't get more because, well, Gray killed my dad. And that's where the money came from.
Are you sure you want to hang out with us? Are you sure?
Is this gonna be a problem
Actually,
later?
you guys probably might know. Did you how old were you 6 years ago?
6 years ago, I was 16.
Did you hear anything about a missing senator, Wessington, or dead senator?
I don't know, Keeper. Did I? Would it have made big news?
It's a senator.
I mean, it's a senator, but there's a lot of senators and representatives. So and you were a 16-year-old. I'll say you can roll an investigate mystery to see if you knew that.
You probably were watching CNN.
Apparently.
Right.
Well,
Actually, no, I don't think I would.
You don't think so?
Oh no.
I'd be 14.
What is investigate mystery? What's that?
Sharp.
That is sharp.
Sharp. I'm pretty sure. 9.
9. So you get to hold 1. So I'll say because this was pretty specific, unless you have you want to use one of the questions, I'll just tell you that. Yeah, you do remember hearing something about it. Probably, people like parents or teachers talking about you, like how tragic of a loss it was. There was a big funeral and to do in Washington, D.C., and also back in his home state. Can't really remember where he was from, but you do know that it was very strange. That it was very strange. The circumstances of his death, he looked quite. He was quite mutilated. Had a lot of cuts and bruises on him when they found his body, and his murder seems to have been a mystery that no one solved.
Super age, stabbed them.
Yeah.
I think I remember something about that. I think it was it was during social studies. They had they wheeled the cart with the TV in, and because it was really weird death.
I would say.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, he was an ancient being, thousands, hundreds of years old. So, some part of some secret organization. They don't know any of that, but, I mean, it was...
I guess the report said he looked like a piece of jerky.
That's true. That's true. All of the people that Gray killed that day super aged and then died. And by all, I mean, there were like, how many...
Are you not sad about this? This was your dad. I just called him beef jerky.
Well, he's the reason why my brother's dead, and the reason why my mom was on the run, and why I was hiding from him, kind of, because he wanted to turn me into one of these ancient beings.
It's a lot of family drama.
It's a lot to unpack it. I am sad, but this happened less than 48 hours ago for me, so I am still just dead inside. I haven't processed it yet.
I mean... out here on the coast, they have these really awesome services where you can speak to somebody about that.
I don't have time.
That seems like a load of...
And I don't think that they believe me. I think I might end up institutionalized.
Yeah, maybe it's just like a vacation for you from all this crazy crap.
This is... No. I'm needed, I think. I don't even know. I didn't really talk to Mama for very long, but when I asked her if she knew any contacts out here, she said they've all been turning up missing or dying. So I don't know what's happening to the other hunters, but
Well,
it's concerning.
things seem to be happening real quick around here.
Yeah.
So,
Where are we going?
What?
South Dakota?
What the fuck is in South Dakota?
The only place that we can safely sleep for a full night, hopefully.
We're not gonna make it to South Dakota.
Well, I don't know. We need to have a conversation about where we're gonna go and what we're gonna do, but we need to get somewhere safe to do that. Maybe within the city. Do you guys know of any places?
Yeah, I live right here.
Wait, what?
I just live over here. That's why I know this place.
well, I mean...
Are you offering us?
I'm not sure...
Can we go to your house or?
Yeah.
Safer?
yeah.
Is your house safe? I'm confused.
Sure, yeah. I mean, if you don't mind The camera's outside, yeah.
That
You what?
you don't sound super confident.
This
don't?
camera's outside and it's
Are
fine.
they your cameras?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That actually
Okay.
sounds pretty good because we didn't have cameras on the other house and vampires got in.
yeah.
Do you have an
Well, now
alarm
that we know that
system?
vampires are
Yeah.
looking for us, we can do some things to prepare to keep them from coming in. Right? We can. I do still have Mama's book. We can look and see what kind of precautions we need to take. You know, maybe it's like holy water on the sea. We don't have any of our stuff. Do you know a priest?
No.
Hell,
What are you looking for?
holy water.
Well,
I'm sure we could just walk into any church, right? You can just ask for that, right? This is a thing. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if they have it bottled and ready for use, but they do have those little trays. Maybe we could just dump it into like a Slurpee cup from 7-Eleven.
Just put it in like a little Dixie cup.
I think
big gulp.
holy water works on vampires. You know,
I'll be driving while we're talking.
Okay, so you're all getting in?
yeah.
Well, Cipher said that he lives right
Okay.
here.
Well, no, just
Yeah.
around
Right,
here.
okay.
So
Oh,
we'll
So
drive.
she's driving around the
Okay.
Yeah, we'll drive around the block. Yeah.
Okay. So you're driving around the block?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you really want
What is your plan
Park
then?
like 3 blocks away.
It's fine.
I think we're gonna hunker down, like board ourselves up in Cipher's place, like ward ourselves from the impending vampire attack.
Okay.
And I don't know, kill some vampires if they show up.
They don't
I
show
mean,
up. We still haven't gotten a full night's sleep.
yeah, we're exhausted.
Yeah, and also I just have now that we like if we get into the I have some questions just about the state of the world and what the hell is going on in California.
Oh, you mean the riots?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of civil unrest right now.
What happened?
You know what, Cipher? You have a TV at home, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we just go to your place and you guys can watch the news and kind of catch up? 'Cause I'm sure.
I did get a newspaper at the Walgreens that I haven't had a chance to read either.
Who reads the newspaper?
Yes, we do, but maybe we don't anymore. I can get your information. I guess TV, but like when you're traveling on the road and you're hunting monsters, you don't always have a chance to sit down and watch TV, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's in like every hotel room.
Who the hell?
Color even.
Well, they have color TV in it. It's only been 6 years.
Well, I mean, news is on like all the time. There's a whole bunch of channels that are just devoted to the news now.
Can't be that much news. Like,
Yeah, like how much news is there, really? Like, there's not that much going on in the world, right?
Enough to fill 24 hours worth of television.
Huh. I wonder if
Makes
there's
sense.
any weird, like monster stuff on there that's, like, hidden in and we can see.
Oh, there's some weird shows right now.
I'm not talking about fiction.
Oh, I mean, we just flew and you're calling possible like sightings fiction? I mean, I always find a grain of truth in things like unsolved mysteries.
Unsolved
Oh my god.
mysteries. That exists in the 80s. I'm not my knowledge of what existed.
We were a little busy in the 80s, so, you know, that's fine.
I mean, if we're going to my place, I have like a
1987. We were just out of time.
Yes, called it.
Nice.
But yeah.
Unsolved mysteries. I'm interested. Let's go watch TV
Oh my gosh. Not sleep. Let's go watch Unsolved Mysteries.
until we fall asleep.
Well, you guys are gonna love the X-Files.
Yeah, so you go up to Cipher's apartment and turn on the television. And you flip through several channels. You see it's early morning, so you see reruns of stuff. So, but one channel has this weird, like, cartoon cat and dog that are doing very explicit, oddly almost sexual things to each other. And Cipher, you know that as Ren and Stimpy, of course. You do see a rerun of the X-Files from last week.
Stop.
This guy seems oddly familiar
Danica,
to an
stop.
associate I have.
Danica stops on this channel. This is just what we do for a living. This is just what we've been doing. You're this guy, except for he's less conspicuous.
Which guy?
This guy.
That's David Duchovny.
Okay.
No, he seems a lot like an associate of well, at least a former one. I haven't been able to reach any of my former contacts, but he seems incredibly
I have a cell phone you can use.
That's mine.
Here you go. Actually, you should. I forgot to. We did not have a lot of time to talk. We should check in with Mama and see how your girl's doing. I didn't.
My
even think,
what?
Your kid.
She
I didn't even think to ask.
better not know.
We left her at the bunker.
Yeah, and I told her to get her out of there.
Yeah, before all hell broke loose, literally a day later. Like, who knows what happened since then? Who knows the way of the world for hunters or anything? Like, she could have been safer in the bunker for all we know.
Oh shit! Are you guys?
Listen, I'm going to tell you this in confidence. If I find out that your mom turned my daughter into a hunter, she will end up like your father.
Oh, snap!
Listen, I don't think she would have done that. She didn't even want me to do this. I did it without.
I just
telling
want you
her.
to be prepared.
Listen.
I pull up one of the chairs from Cipher's kitchen table and do the Riker leg over, and I grab whatever snack that Cipher may have hanging around.
It's only trash junk food.
Good. Because this is drama. Jerry.
What the hell is Jerry?
Are you flipping any more channels? I have a few.
No.
I don't need TV now.
Danica aggressively flipped through channels until she found the X-Files and then just was like, this show is cool.
As soon as they start talking, I'll start flipping channels.
Okay.
Listen.
Olivia flips through the channels. One channel, you hear an intro that goes, and you see this blue-collar man with a tie on, and it's all these tools and stuff swirling around him, and you see what appears to be his family corralling in. It seems like the stop-motion type of animation. It looks stupid, so you turn the channel.
Are you turning the channels with your mind? Because I feel like that's something that Olivia would be doing.
Oh, yeah.
Just turning the channels with her mind.
Yep.
And then you flip over, and it looks like a news anchor. And you see CMM at the bottom, and it's a gentleman who's reading off a report about the riots that are going on in Los Angeles. And
I break these two up, and I'm like, hey, pay attention. This is what you wanted to know.
We're going to circle back to you threatening my mother.
It was a promise. It was not a threat.
Listen.
hey, watch the TV.
And the news anchor goes in to explain that the mayor called in for reinforcements, and that the National Guard had been called, and that President Bush gives his full endorsement to bringing peace to the great city of Los Angeles. And then it goes into a little bit more fluff about how the riot started, saying that the after the trial of the police officers that cleared them of any wrongdoing, that riots broke out in various parts of the city, causing civil unrest, and certain areas in particular have been hit hard, especially Black and Korean neighborhoods that have been at odds in the past. Then it switches over to a report on the Freddie Mercury tribute concert that had just taken place a week before, and that there were tens of thousands of people that showed up, and that they are expecting to release a VHS in the near future. It will be a 2-piece VHS. Unfortunately, there will be about 10 acts that won't make the final cut due to time constraints. And you keep on watching the news? because I'm Raz Factoid.
I'm gonna go back to Ren and Stimpy.
Oh,
that?
please,
I'm
not
gonna go back to Ren and
Stimpy. Go
Stimpy.
back to the X-Files.
Oh, okay.
That was better.
I want to see what this cat does to this dog.
Wells is a little too real.
It really is, though. I have questions I'm trying to formulate here. For our group, what do we do now? What is our next step? Because we need to figure out what's going on. Like, where's Kronos?
Who?
The time. He's a time god.
I feel like the vampires are a little bit more pressing.
Well, yes, but also the time god's the one that brought us here that we accidentally let out of his very much locked and imprisoned state. By
God?
accident. Why? By accident. We were tricked. We're tricked by accident. Also the vampires. We gotta figure out why they're hunting us. Like, specifically us. Like, what do they want? I mean, they probably want your little thing that old lady gave you, but why? Like, what is it? Yeah, but like, why? What is it? Like, we should figure out some information, do some research. I could call, I could make some contacts. I have no idea the state of the bunker again, but if ever it's still there, he could look and the archives, Biddy's archives for us and see if she has any information about that kind of stuff. And we should figure out this DA. We found out, we know her name, so we should learn more about her and see what her business is.
Well, you tried
about.
to call the bunker.
And it went to a pizza number. When I called Mama, she said it was a laundry service, so I don't know if it was just lying.
I need to go to the bathroom, excuse me. And I get up and Cipher, which way to your bathroom?
Over there.
I, go into the bathroom and I lock the door and I start ventilating a little bit, and I'm like, a god? We haven't killed a god before? That's a lot, man.
And you hear the voice in your ear whisper, "It's okay. He is one of the Titans, but he is no more powerful than some of the beings we have fought before. He is greatly weakened, but that sort of energy could reawaken my powers and make us both great. You need to stick to the plan and have faith. I will not let you down."
Am I sticking with them then?
Yes, they are the key.
I am speaking kind of out loud to myself, by the way.
He's giving himself a pep talk. It's fine. We've all been there. It's a lot to take in, you know? Monsters are real. Gods are real. Magic's real. I'd freak out too.
I do the little bounce on my toes and shake my hands and try to take deep breaths, and I'm like, oh man, a god. Okay, these people are weird. We're gonna kill a god. Okay, I can do that. And I wash my face real quick and fake flush the toilet and come back out all stoic. I'm like,
How's
yeah.
your pep talk?
What?
How was your pep talk?
I just had a real rough one. Had to, talk it out.
We could hear you.
Sorry? I sprayed before I left.
I know a god is a scary concept, but...
What? No, I kill them all the time.
But it's okay.
You literally said you didn't. Don't worry, neither have we.
What?
We've never killed a god before either. A couple of elementals, a Wendigo, a bunch of Wendigo children.
A Wendigo?
Yeah. And, what were they? What were the ones that we killed in the sewers when we were in Michigan? What were they? They weren't sirens. What were they?
I don't remember what those are.
Yeah, But we're together, and we can do great things.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Do you have any liquor? Yeah. I think you could use a shot.
I don't drink, thank you.
Why?
Because vampires are after us?
Right, the vampire. I pull out this big, bound tome that has papers and odds and ends sticking out of it, and I slam it on the table, and I flip it open, and I start trying to look for vampire.
Okay. I guess investigate a mystery.
Okay. Shit! Okay. 9.
9. So you get to hold 1. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed?
I think the thing I'm looking for is what can hurt it, because we're trying to defend this house or this apartment or whatever.
Right. So you flip through and you do find an entry on vampires. And they seem to be a field that is understudied. There's a little snippet saying that for a long time, hunters believed that they didn't even exist. But a few trained in the art of vampire hunting know that decapitation is the only true way to kill a vampire. You can hurt it with sunlight, but it's the equivalent of a bad sunburn. And other methods that are based in myth are just that. Garlic and holy symbols seem to have no real effect on it.
Well, we're not defending this place then, because it looks like chopping the head off is the only way to go. So maybe we just take sleep watches.
So, chopping their heads off is the only way.
Yeah, we did that. Don't you remember?
Yeah, but I don't have a big knife or anything.
Oh, I've got another one. The magic one was new, but then I I pull my guitar case off and I flip it open and I pull out a big sword from it. What is this? This one's not haunted.
How am I going to hide that?
Why do you need to hide it?
You just strap it to your side. I keep it in the guitar case, but...
You do know that there's laws not to carry blades over 3 feet, right?
Well, who made that shit up?
Your dad?
You're concerned?
Probably?
You're concerned
Oh no, it wouldn't have been him.
about carrying a sword right now. And
well, no, it's fine. You can leave it
vampire
out, and if I need, if I need to use it,
for tonight.
yeah.
Yeah, we could put it back in the guitar case afterwards.
Okay.
It has a special compartment to hold a sword. It's also reinforced, so I can.
This guy needs to get his priorities straight.
What have you been doing this whole time?
Let's just say I'm very lucky.
Okay. That's actually pretty good in this field.
Yes.
Can you... I don't know how computers work. Can you, look things up on there?
I was just gonna say, do they want to know about that district attorney? You know, I was thinking we should, look at the police records.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, can you do that?
Yeah, well, I go to the bedroom, where there would be a bedroom, and inside there is just full of computer stuff. There's not a bed in there. You're in there.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, there's a couch back there, so...
Yeah. There's a kitchen table, too.
I thought you said the computers don't take up whole rooms. This is...
Oh, no, there's several things around here. It's full of, parts.
You would really like the bunker. It kind of morphs to the time, so we could make weird computer art with the bunker, I'm sure.
Computer art, I like this. Okay.
You know what? The whole thing is just a technological and magical marvel. You'd like it.
Oh, shit. Why haven't I seen this before?
Well, because it's hidden away in a different realm. The Fae.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Fairies exist. You can have a panic attack.
No, but you see Jason holding back the urge to talk about D&D.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You really seem like you're gonna start freaking out again.
Yeah, you look like
No,
panic attack.
no.
Just let it out. Just talk about it.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're here.
No, it's fine.
We're friends now. We almost died
Take a
together.
deep breath. It's all good. We're used to this. We're all criminals.
We've all killed people.
You got brought in on this,
Some of us has killed the others of us parent.
There was that incident with the ambulance, if you recall.
I don't recall.
I don't recall the incident with the... I do recall the incident with the ambulance.
What was
We were trying to save you from... Because you were abducted by the harp, where the harpies know for that.
No, it was the head of the school, right?
Yeah, but he was some kind of creature. What was he?
Was he a vampire?
No, he wasn't a vampire. He was like a... What are they called? Like the male version where they...
Succubi, yeah.
He was a succubus, but the male...
Incubus.
Yeah, incubus. He was in the college, and he had you in the back of an ambulance, and we were chasing him with the car.
I don't think this is helping Jason's anxiety.
That's when
Just saying.
made Tire Man.
It is when we
Before that,
Tire
we
Man
made Tire Man.
became birthed into the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
See, we're used
While
to
they're-
this at this point.
Doing their stuff. I'm gonna try and bar this place from
Okay.
vampires by
Okay.
using magic.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a 13.
Yeah.
14 if I get my +1 forward.
Yep. So you definitely bar it. What's the additional effect?
If they step inside this apartment, they start taking damage.
Okay.
Like they're in sunlight, essentially.
Okay, perfect. You see these magical wards start drifting out from Olivia. Like she is the epicenter of some like radiant white light.
That's different for her.
So
At least we'll be protected from, any invasions for tonight at least.
that's actually really helpful, Olivia. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm really tired.
Yeah, you go do that. Are you gonna play with your magic computer?
Yeah. What do you need to know?
Well, just any information you can find on that DA. What was her name?
Deetra Gomez?
Okay. Yeah, her.
Can I look her up? Oh, I'm gonna go through the police records to look her up.
Okay. Before we get into that, do you have any abilities that pertain to investigating a mystery with computers?
Oh, you know what? I think I do actually. Oh yeah. Hacker with the dragon tattoo. When you hack a PC, I leave no traces. I learn something important, leave this information, or gain access to wherever you want to get to.
Okay, so are you trying to hack into the police computer system then?
Yeah.
Okay. What would that move be?
Is it a sharp to investigate a mystery?
Probably an act under pressure.
Ever. Yeah. I don't know. I thought his name was
You want
That's what I
Active
was wanting
pressure?
to try and get in touch.
Oh, this thing
Don't
says
you think they
when you
would,
hack a PC, it says
in the
sharp.
same forums.
Yeah, maybe.
It says roll sharp.
It's
Roll sharp?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 9.
9. Okay.
Pick one.
So, and what kind of role was that again? Was that an investigative mystery or act under pressure?
And
Investigate.
investigate.
Okay. So you get to hold 1. So, what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What's it going to do? What is being concealed here?
We're looking for the district attorney, right? So,
Maybe this one, this last one.
what is being concealed here?
Okay. Yeah, so you look into this file, and Deetra Gomez, it appears she is not a district attorney. She is an assistant to a district attorney. But she has only been working for the DA's office for about 2 years now. But she seems to have risen to power really quickly. You see a list of jobs she's had with the local government, and she's only ever at that position for a few months to a year before moving up. You see that there's several suspicious murders that she has helped investigate and prosecute for. She doesn't have much of a file for her background. Her Social Security is missing from this file, and her date of birth is missing from this file. She almost seems like a ghost of a person. But you see her picture there, and this is definitely her. She, yeah, I guess that's, so what's being concealed here? I think you find that she has ties and connections to a a lot of the police force and a lot of the lawyers in town. And knowing what you know about her, that she is a vampire, she seems like she is in control here. She is running the show, and she is probably the head vampire in this area.
Are you able to, like, add things to their database?
Yes.
Could you, like, put an APB out on her for attempted murder? Just to get her off of our fast for a while?
Can I use that ability again? Can you just use abilities again, or?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Murder's a pretty huge one. Like, especially for...
What's an attempted murder?
Why not something that will bind her up in, like, a courtroom?
Parking violation?
Why not marijuana possession?
That'll... Problem?
Yeah,
Why?
because of the war on drugs.
What? War on drugs.
You don't dare?
No.
Oh, well... Any kind of
We
drugs.
have drugs on this?
No.
Oh, boy. Can you just go flush these down the toilet?
Nope.
Bag of coke.
Don't you have a coke ring, too? I think you stole, too. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, do that. Do drug possession.
Okay. I'm gonna try and roll again for it.
Yep.
Oh, 12.
Yeah, you definitely do that. I'll say, since I don't really know this ability, add some flair to it. Like, how bad do you want to screw her over?
Gross bad.
Possession with a intent to distribute.
Sure, I'll add that in there. I'm gonna make sure there's no traces also.
Okay.
From us.
Perfect.
The DE will have a field day with her.
So here's what I'll say you do. Because you're such a master hacker, you begin fiercely typing away, and you ring her up for a Schedule 1 drug possession with intent to distribute. But then you start searching around other files, and you find cops that seemingly have no connections to her. And you make sure that you find the ones that are on duty tonight, and you send this APD out directly to their cruisers. You also, just to add credence to your plans, you find that they have a very rudimentary database of like logging evidence that's been collected, and you just reassign some evidence to her case, directly linking her to a large cartel that has been operating in South Los Angeles. Before you leave, you clean all your tracks, and she is now a wanted woman.
Easy peasy.
Hopefully that'll keep us off her off for a little while. Great job. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Those are incredibly useful
Yeah,
talents.
that's good. You should have her like wipe your like criminal history.
I mean, I'm still in here.
I'm really not concerned about it.
What is his sin?
At this point, it's pretty well established.
Yeah, I
But
think
you should
even my
consider
friend-
a new career path.
What else would I do?
Have you considered taking your talents international?
Hey, listen, we aren't adding to your criminal gang tonight, alright? You're in a criminal gang? Well, I don't know. I think it's just him and like some other bad people. Maybe a maybe a demon, I don't know.
I don't really call it a game. That's kind of small.
Enterprise?
Oh.
Enterprise is a pretty good.
Didn't they kick you out? No, they didn't kick you. They like limited your access to your money or something, right?
No. Well,
I know they got mad at you
it's-
after we
it's a little
destroyed their
bit
airplane.
different. But I did also kind of kill those in charge.
Oh, that's
Sort of took over the business.
Wait. Was my dad's group in charge of your...
I sort of just gave myself a promotion.
Wait. My dad's group was in charge of your shit?
There was certainly some connections.
So are you the boss now? Because you still don't have any money. None of us do.
Well, not yet. See, again, we still need to establish contact with.
Well, and also, I gave you my phone that I stole from this nice gentleman over here, and so it's also been gone for 6 years. Somebody else might have just taken over.
I've made some contingency plans.
Right. Okay.
Either way,
You kill all.
the offer is still open.
So
Don't do it. I hear people at the top live eternities. Well, they did. They're all dead now.
So for the rest of the night, are you planning on just bunkering down here?
Yeah.
There's nowhere to sleep. So
But I will give you the phone in case you need to call anybody. I'll give you your phone back eventually.
Sure you will.
As soon as you can get one.
So you see that the battery is almost dead now.
I was going to ask.
How do you charge it? Is there a charger?
Maybe.
Either way.
You are above a Radio Shack. So we'll skip over to the other side of town. So Deidre is storming into the police station and going back to the sergeant's office to give him another earful when a couple of officers approach her and says, Mrs. Gomez, could you come with us, please? And she says, I'm quite busy right now. And they say, I think it can wait. You need to come with us. And begin gently nudging her back down the hall towards her room, where they begin interrogating her ruthlessly back and forth. And she is just bewildered. She knows nothing about drug charges or anything else. And for a second, she's a little worried and even sweats a little, thinking that her secret identity as a monster may be revealed. But after some time, she is led to a holding cell for the night, for the morning, as it is quite early now already. And we see in the darkness, she's laying wide awake, staring at the ceiling, just wondering what has happened and how someone got the better of her. And she just keeps on thinking back to her one phone call that she requested and was graciously given due to her position. But the other person was so disappointed in her. She already used the one favor, and they didn't sound like they were going to give another. That's when the door opens to her cell, and she looks up and sees a familiar face underneath a red hoodie. And she says, "Oh, thank you. I owe you so much. I can't help. I don't know how to repay you." And with that, there is a shing, and her head lobs off of her body with a wet katana dripping blood to the side as the red-robed figure shakes the blood from his sword and places it back in his scabbard. And that is where we will end tonight's episode. Thank you all for joining us on this crazy ride. We will catch you next episode, and have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Campaigns of the Plains channel. Catch new material every Friday on YouTube, and make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.